to the channel. If you're new around here, hi, my name is Tyler. Stick around for home, lifestyle vlogs, hauls and chats. And if you're returning, hi, thank you for returning back to another video. So it's a pretty chilled out week, to be honest with you. I have filmed a clip prior to this. Essentially, Elliot got a brand new PC. We mainly have been in the market for one for quite a while, and it just felt the right time to get a new one. He's had his old one for about 8 or 9 years, so it's done pretty well, but it is definitely slowing down. And as we both are doing lots of stuff for YouTube, lots of editing and stuff like that, it just wasn't quite hitting the mark anymore. So I'll insert that footage now of a few days ago when we were unboxing it and got it. What's that?
Sort of spare parts.
So we have a brand new PC, because the one we have is what, 8 years old? So it's time for a little upgrade. So we thought we would show you it. Into his 12-pound boxes it's already given. So put it down like that.
It's this way, isn't it?
We'll put it on the floor and you can just slide it up. Yeah.
Did I get the right around? Yes.
Where are you? It's exciting. Yeah? Kiss. Kiss. No. No kisses here.
Oh wow. It fits.
Hello, Cug Love. You sure you didn't want it swapped around so that was like in the corner?
Okay. Notice then all the ports are facing my way. Figure out. Is it there? Is it recording? Case has got fucking lights built in there. Bougie as fuck, lad.
So yeah, plans for this week are super chilled. I have, if you watch my monthly budget, I have a lot of work events and a lot of things I have to go into work for this month. So it's kind of chaotic in that sense, but we're not really doing anything else apart from me having to like go to the office a lot. Maybe I'll try and film some few clips of like my journey and stuff like that. Who knows? We'll see if I feel like picking up the camera. It has been a while since I've got the bus into the office, so we will see if I am confident enough to do that. But yeah, we've just had a chilled out few weeks. I'm just going to continue having a chilled out few weeks. We went food shopping, so we've got all of our food for the week. I didn't show you that just because we've now started to get the food delivered to the house again. Morrisons had a offer on, like, if you spent X amount you got stamps for a Pyrex, but it only counted towards in-store shops, not online shops. So that has ended now, so we're now going to continue to have our online food orders. It's just a lot easier to have things delivered. I don't have to wait for Elliot to finish work, and then it's a lot after work and it's busy and all of that stuff. So we got that, but it was late yesterday and I had a meeting, so I couldn't film and show you guys what we picked up because I was very in the mindset of I need to get this stuff in the fridge and freezer and get to my meeting. But yeah, we'd have some nice dinners. It's a lot of pasta. We're having a pasta heavy week. So I think we've got lasagna, we had our Morrisons pasta yesterday, we've got broccoli cheesy gnocchi, we have like they're like koftas, but I like to kind of make like a makeshift barbecue type thing. So we have like barbecue beans and corn on the cob and stuff like that. I think that's it pretty much. Oh, and then we just have like pasta and like sauce and sausages. It's a very pasta heavy week. I didn't intend for this, but I'm kind of not mad about it either. So yeah, Corey is sat behind me. He is getting ginormous. It's terrifying. He's doing super well though. We are learning competition heel currently, because I don't know if any of you are like me. I hate seeing these videos on TikTok of people being like, so you want your dog to do this, so like these are things you have to do, but they do it with their dog that's already perfected the training. So it's not, you don't see the speed bumps, you don't see the difficulties in it. I actually found someone that is training a dog competition heel from scratch, never knowing this whatsoever. And it's really useful because it's showing you like, oh, if they like are struggling with it, try this instead. So it's actually like problem solving on the spot rather than just showing you their dog that's perfectly trained doing the behaviour, because then you don't see those issues that you may have in training. So she's been uploading a video daily of like progressing, so I've been following along and doing that with Corey, and he's picking it up super quick. So we have been doing that with him, and just obviously keeping up with like his walks and training on walks and stuff like that. But the competition has been the main thing, and it's been a really good bonding session for both of us, and it's been a really good session for just kind of, he's been like super locked in, and it's really good because essentially you use like a footstool or like a bowl. We're using a washing up bowl, and that's kind of like your center core point of training. They have to stay on the bowl with their front legs. And it's really good because sometimes with Corey I can never know when he's had enough in a training session, whereas this type of training I can tell massively. Like I'll think he's had enough and tell him to break, but then he'll immediately go back and step on the thing to kind of indicate like, no, I still want to like keep going. So it's really been useful in kind of me understanding his capacity for training. So we're gonna carry on with that today, aren't we? Where are you? Leave the newspaper alone, for goodness sake. For goodness sake, you pest. You see how big he's getting? He's such a big boy. You're such a big boy. So yeah, so last night I made some, well I say made some cookies. I did everything bar bake the cookies. So I want to get into like making a sweet treat and doing baking and just experimenting with more recipes and stuff like that, because one, it stops me and Elliot spending an absolute crap ton on sweets and biscuits and stuff. Two, I enjoy baking. It's like a little stress release for me. It makes me feel good. I enjoy doing it. And three, we have delicious baked treats, unless I fuck up the recipes. But that's yet to happen. Yet to happen. So if you've been around for a while, you will know that I like to make New York style cookies. These are a Jane's patisserie recipe. Most of my recipes are from her. And I make them for like Christmas, Valentine's, Halloween, all of that type of stuff. So I was having a little Google, because we've done cheesecakes, we've done cake, and I was kind of like, okay, I want like an easier bake. So I went on her thing and I saw that she had these two recipes, so I thought I'd give them a try. So they have been in the fridge overnight. I need to put them in the oven. That's why if you can hear the oven, I'm preheating the oven to bake them. So I have some cherry Bakewell New York style cookies. I frigging love cherry Bakewell. Cherry Bakewell and custard, oh, beautiful. It's like sticky toffee pudding for me as well. Those desserts, oh, amazing. Now I figured Elliot wouldn't really like cherry Bakewell. He'll probably try a bit of one. He'll have like half of one just to try it. He's good like that. But I know he's more of like a chocolate peanut butter kind of guy. And I saw they had some Oreo New York style cookies. So we have half and half. I am upset because he actually has one extra cookie than I do. And that really upset me because they're exactly the same measurements on the actual batter. Exactly the same measurements. So it really upset me that he got an extra one and I didn't. But there we go. So those are the cookies I pre-made yesterday. And it was literally 8 o'clock at night and I was like, I'm gonna bake some cookies. And then it got to like 9:30 and I was like, okay, I don't actually want to bake them right now because like I still need to have a shower and everything. So they've been sat in the fridge overnight, so I hope they're okay because normally I leave them in the fridge for an hour and then bake them. So I'm hoping they're going to be okay. But those are what I made, and I will obviously do a taste test with you, and I'll do a taste test with Elliot when he's home from work. This week is meant to be absolutely scorching, so I'm slightly terrified about that. We do have a new air conditioning unit though, which, yeah, I haven't actually mentioned, you guys. Yeah, we have an air conditioning unit. If you'd watched my monthly budget, then you would have known that we've got an air conditioning unit. We've been umming and ahhing about it for years, and just kind of with Corey, it just kind of made sense to just invest in one and get it. So we have that, and it has been super useful thus far. And I think so I'm filming this on Tuesday. On Thursday, I think it's gonna be like 28 degrees or something, so slightly terrified about that. But yeah, we're all prepared. Corey's got a bunch of frozen enrichment. We have obviously the air conditioner. Here's cool mat. I'll probably ask Elliot to potentially purchase the hose. So we don't have an outside hose for the garden, but our garden's literally on the other side of where I'm filming you, and the tap, our kitchen sink tap, is here. So we're going to try and use one of the ones that like links to your kitchen tap, and potentially get him like a little like paddling pool or something as well, because I don't want him to be cooped up in the house the whole time, but also obviously he can't like go for like walks and stuff another day when it's that hot. We're lucky that our garden stays fairly shaded during the day as well, so we have that going for us. So I was thinking paddling pool, shade, frozen enrichment. He can still go out in the garden, have fun and have a little like play and stuff like that, but we're not going to worry about him overheating. So yeah, that's catching you up with stuff that's happened. As I said, plans don't really have a lot. Elliot actually has Saturday off, which is unheard of. He may want to go do airsoft, but I might try and ask him if we could potentially go to like TK Maxx or something, because if you are a seasonal decorator, that was a weird way of phrasing it. If you're a seasonal decorator, you will know that TK Maxx and HomeSense always get things in like 3 months before the actual holiday. And thus, I have seen on my TikToks that TK Maxx does have some Halloween stuff in. When we did go last, we did pick up a few things. They weren't Halloween themed, but there were a few Halloween themed things in the store. But I will show you what we picked up right now, just because there's only 2 things. There's nothing exciting. Candles is something that I'm lacking in. I have realised this. I have pre-warned Elliot. I will need more autumnal candles because we burned through them really quick. I think it's because I work from home now, so I like being cozy. So when we went, we picked up some candles, but they're actually summer scented candles, which is different for me. I don't normally burn a candle in the summer, but I couldn't resist. So these both are the brand Goodies, which are by DW Home, which are very good candles to have if you have pets. Please note that down. Goodies is part of DW Home. DW Home are very good candles, and they're very good candles to burn when you have pets. glad we got that across. So to start with, I have removed the label, so I can't actually tell you what I can't tell you what they were called. Sorry. First up, we have this beautiful little specimen. Cute, huh? Look at the bejeweling on it. Beautiful. This is, I believe it was, it says on the bottom, they're so clever, it is spicy pineapple margarita, and it is exactly how you think it smells. Pineapple, juicy, succulent, beautiful. I am yet to burn it, but if you are a frequent user of DW home candles, you know that when you smell them, that's how they burn. Like these are good candles to burn. Better than Yankee Candle, dare I say. But yeah, oh. Okay, I might have to do that one today. And then I thought, once we've used the candle, hello, she's gorgeous. I will have to get rid of the glittery thing around the rim. She's gorgeous though. So we got that. That was £8. Then we have this bad boy, which is not my usual style to be fair, but it was mainly the scent that sold me. We have burned her. She has been used. She's a cute little camper van. I'm hoping it has the scent on it. It does. So this is a strawberry and guava scented candle. And again, yes, it does smell as delicious as it sounds. Oh my lord. So I picked up those two. I say Elliot paid for them because he's a good husband like that. And that was £15 for that one, which I think wasn't actually that bad considering it's a triple wicker. So they had some really weird ones. Elliot picked up a cheeseburger one. It didn't smell bad, I will preface. It didn't smell bad, but it didn't compare to those two. So we just picked up those two. But he did approve those 2 cents. And they've helped out massively because Corey is a stinky little boy. We did finally pick up some more shampoo and stuff. We've gone for a different brand, which is what his dog groomers use. And I'll show you that quickly. Fuck it, let's just do a little show and tell, shall we? Let's do a show and tell. So, it is the brand Peanut and Pickle. Very, very good brand. So I actually just picked up the strawberry and vanilla perfume and also the shampoo. They were so kind enough to add in the dry shampoo for free, which actually melted my heart. Like, it made me feel really special and I really appreciated it, and it was really cute. But I also now don't know if it's because literally a few days after I did that there was a 3 for 2 offer, so I don't know if they thought I was going to feel bad if I paid for those two and didn't get and could have got a thing for free. There we go. But yeah, so we have gone for the scent strawberry and vanilla. It is their like summer scent. They have so many scents and they bring out different scents all the time. So I'm really hoping when we get to like spooky season, oh, can you imagine if they have like, I don't want to say pumpkin spice because I really don't want Corey to smell like pumpkin spice, but like maybe like a vanilla-y cookie, something like that. I don't know, but very, very good products, and his smell lasts for ages. It fades slowly. It's not like a super obnoxious smell. Like you get like a little hint of it every now and then. But it has done wonders for our house not stinking of dog, because there was a period where that happened and I was ashamed and disgusted because I was like, I'm Febrezing everything, I'm hoovering every day, why does it still smell of dog? And it turns out it's because the source of the problem was the dog himself, because he absolutely stank, didn't you? So yeah, so we have those. I'm yet to use the dry shampoo actually. He still seems pretty clean from his bath, and again, I only gave him a little spritz of this after the bath and he still smells fine. So definitely long lasting products, and it's just a nice brand. And yeah, they sent me a freebie, which was pretty dang cute of them. So I'm just about to make myself some, I mean it's 11:15, so am I calling it lunch? Am I calling it dinner? Am I calling it breakfast? Am I calling it lunch? I don't really know. I don't really know what I want to have either. I have pastries. Oh my god, I have pastries. I've just remembered I have pastries. So normally when me and Elliot go to pick things up, like I didn't have any of the stuff to make the cookies, so we went last night. And all of their like Market Street bakery stuff is always reduced. They had a lot of sweet stuff, but again I was making cookies, so I was like, I don't need to buy any sweet stuff. But they did have 2 sets of pastries that were 75p, so technically I got one for free. And I believe it's like a egg custard tart, which I've never actually had. I've had like the custard danishes that you can get, and then I have a croissant, and for the life of me I am hoping it is a almond croissant, because from what I can tell it has little flaked almonds on it, which means it's the almond croissant. If it's not that, it's going to be the biscoff one, which I won't be mad at, but I was really planning on it being a almond croissant, so I can have those and I can have a cup of tea. Oh my god, I'm so happy! Man, past me really came in clutch. Really came in clutch for me. I've also been having a lot of smoothies recently. Been on a big smoothie kick, so I have like frozen fruit mixes, and I've got fresh fruit and like yogurt and honey and all of that stuff. So I've been having smoothies as well, because it's been really like helping me reach like my 5-a-day goal. It's not really a 5-a-day goal, it's just I'm having more fruit and veg, which is nice. And every night me and Corey have a ritual now, which Elliot's not going to be happy about because it's going to be a very expensive habit. So me and Corey have both aligned that we love watermelon, which makes me so happy because Minty doesn't like watermelon, and Corey loves it, which watermelon, I could eat a whole giant watermelon. Like, I don't know how to explain my love and my craving for watermelon. It's kind of scary, and it's probably quite unhealthy actually. They should probably test me for something based on my addiction to watermelon. But they don't always have the large watermelons at Morrisons, and they have things called mini watermelons. And I obviously tried to purchase a large watermelon yesterday, and they were like, sorry, we don't have that, you can have a mini one though. And I was like, that's fine, I'll just have watermelon because I need watermelon, because it's mine and Corey's little ritual that we have like a bowl of watermelon, and he'll have like the offcuts where like there's no seeds or anything like that, and that's like our little bonding session at like 8 o'clock at night. And for who doesn't know, at Morrisons, a large watermelon, which I want to preface, their watermelons aren't that big. Like, they're not great size watermelons for the price, that is. And they're £3.50. And then they have their mini watermelons, which are £2.30. Now, bearing in mind, I've only cut probably about this much off of this watermelon here. This was our mini watermelon, and it was literally like this big. Now, I'm not gonna lie, on camera that actually seems quite big, but also I shouldn't be able to hold the watermelon like this and only be missing like the top section of it. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. And they're not as like juicy, and they're not as sweet. Yeah, they're not as developed, but when it comes to summer, you best believe I best always have a watermelon in that fridge, because it's like a little ritual now, and I have to have the watermelon. I have to have it, and Elliot's bank account just has to deal with that. I need the watermelon. Right, the oven is thoroughly preheated now. I'm going to stop rambling on at you because I've been talking for 20 minutes. That is crazy. I'm going to put my cookies in the fridge, and I'm going to put my cookies in the oven, bake them, cool them, and then I'll do a little taste test for you later. Oh, woe is you, pup. Oh, it's such a hard life, being loved and having food and treats and toys and cuddles. Boy. Yeah, so I will catch up with you later. So these are the finished cookies. So you got my cherry bakewell ones, and you have the Oreo ones. Delicious! Good morning. So it is the next day, it is Wednesday. I'm just about to start work. Just taking Corey for his walk this morning. He did considerably better than I thought he would, which is always great. We're definitely getting there. I think it's just I need to realise he's going to have those hit and miss sessions, where some sessions he's going to be absolutely perfect and really great, and other sessions it's going to be like I haven't trained him at all. And that's just the part of him going through adolescence. So I need to stop being so hard on myself. But we had a fairly good walk today. Been doing a lot of engagement work when we're out in kind of busy areas to kind of keep the engagement on me and kind of test his engagement, because I feel like I haven't been keeping up with that and it has been affecting our walk. So we just kind of go to like this. I typically go about 7:30 to 8. Because you have a fair amount of people that are on their way walking to schools, and you have a fair amount of like bikes, scooters, pushchairs. You have some people walking their dogs, so it's a really good time. It's not super busy, but you just have like a fair amount of people that are like kind of just going about their day, and because they're all on their way to somewhere, no one wants to stop and ask to pet the dog, which is great because people just ignoring him has really helped with his kind of excitement of people. And he can pretty much now, if it's a kid it's different. I don't know what it is, he absolutely adores children. He adores them. So if it's a kid, I have to keep him on a bit of a tighter leash, because obviously the last thing I want is to have a misjudgment of trust on my part and then he goes and scares the kid. He'd never bite or anything, but obviously he's quite a big dog. And that can be quite scary for a lot of kids, so I don't risk that with kids. Adults he pretty much just ignores now, to be honest. He's just kind of like, whatever. And yeah, so we did some stuff, and there was a few dogs on the field, and he was pretty good at just getting his engagement back on me. It's literally a game where you get them to sit in front of you, you throw a treat that way, they grab it, they come back to you, you throw it the other way, they grab it, they come back to you, and you just keep doing that. And it's kind of just an engagement game of they have to come back to you to get the next treat. So we just did a bit of that, did some walking. He got a lot of sniffs in. Luckily where I live, there's like a whole path that goes through like the whole part of town where we live, and there's like huge green spaces on either side, like the whole path down, there's huge green spaces. So it's really good for working on reactivity. I don't want to say Corey's reactive. He's still an excitable pup. That's definitely diminishing. Dogs is still very much he can't be close to dogs, otherwise he will like want to go and play with them and sniff them. So if we're on like a tight path, there's no other option. I will just hold him by his actual collar, because his collar's got a handle on it. I'll hold him by his actual collar and walk him along like that so he can't lunge, because if he's just on that shorter leash, he's just going to go straight across me or straight behind me to go sniff the dog. So, but if we can, I try and not push him too much. So if we're on those grass bits, I just move off to the side and do a bit of fun engagement work, getting to follow me along as I drop the treat on the ground, and that kind of, it sometimes works, it sometimes doesn't. It's all just, you got to be consistent with it, you got to be patient with it. And again, I think I need to stop beating myself up on like, he is still growing, he's still a puppy, he's getting through that teenage days where he's starting to get all of those hormones and stuff rushing through his body, so he's gonna have some bad days, and that's just is what it is. I need to just take it on the shoulder and know that I'm doing the best I can. I think it's this judgment thing of, I'm a fairly young person and I'm a girl as well, and I feel like Corey is getting quite big, so I think when he's sat, his head's like up to my hip now, and he's only, well, I think he's nearly 8 months. And when he's standing, he's probably like midway up my thigh. So it's just when he's having those moments where he's not behaving great, I always get funny looks from people, and it really irks me because he is such a fantastic dog. He really is. He just has an overexcitement issue of he just wants to play with every dog that he sees. So it just irks me because I don't want to feel like I come across as one of those people that have got a big dog and don't know what the hell they're doing with it. I hope that makes sense. But we're just going to work through it. I need to be more patient on myself and just understand that some walks are just going to be bad. You know, some walks are just going to be absolutely horrific. But we digress. He's gone for his walk. It was great today. He did super good. We walked past a few doggies and he didn't react whatsoever. There was one where he did try and say hello, and I felt really bad because the people had their dog off the lead and put it on the lead because they saw Corey was on the lead, and then Corey was just like, "No, I'm just gonna go and try and say hello to this doggy," and it's like, dude. So yes, excitement with doggies is something we are working towards. He is getting better with people and children, and it's just going to be a slow process. I need to remember that. It's not going to be an overnight fix. It is going to take a while for him to get over that. And as me and Ellie always said, if the only issue we ever have with him, especially being a German Shepherd that has reactivity issues for aggression and fear and stuff, if the worst Corey has is that he's a little bit excited to see people and he's a little bit excited to see dogs, I will take that and I will live with that. It's much better than having reactivity through fear, aggression, all of that type of stuff. So yeah, but hopefully, fingers crossed, with persistent and consistent training, he will get out of those habits as he grows older. I know he's going to regress before he starts getting better, so I just need to be patient with myself and patient with him. He's currently sat on his core mat with a like chicken roll thing. I need to do his frozen enrichment and I haven't done it. I think I said yesterday that I did it and I didn't. So I need to do that today. I need to log on to my laptop first and just get the day started at work. Now I'm going to make myself some breakfast. We did order the hose stuff, so I think that's either going to be arriving today or tomorrow. I'm hoping today, and we've got him like a little splash pad and stuff, so he can. We'll see how he's done because he's never really been in like a splash pool, watery situation. But German Shepherds, we've been told, are notorious water babies, which is great because me and Elliot are both water babies too. We've had like play fights with him with water and stuff like that, and he seemed to have really enjoyed it. So fingers crossed he likes it. We do want to find, there's a swimming pool that it's not near us, it's a bit of a trek, but it's like a fully dog indoor swimming pool. They have like a certified person that's with you for the whole session. So we're going to attempt to take him to that at some point, just because, one, it's getting hot, so we're not going to be taking him for as many walks and stuff like that. Obviously, I'll try and take him early morning, but for example, it's 8:30 and it's already 16 degrees. So it's a bit more difficult to do that. So I think in summer months, maybe once a month, we're going to have it so he has a pool session, and that's going to, one, teach him how to swim, because I think that's just a good core skill for him to have in case anything happens. And it's just a fun little bonding session, and if he ends up loving it, then we can do more water-based things with him. Speak of the devil, you are dripping water all through my house. You're dripping water all through my house. And you. Oh, you smell like your chicken roll. You do. You got a very chickeny breath. My goodness. He's a chicken boy. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If the hose stuff arrives, then I will show you that. Ellie is actually off tomorrow, so we'll probably try and do a little bit of play with him in the garden. Our grass is kind of growing. We need to do so much of the garden, and I feel like this year just wasn't the year to do it. I think next year we'll really focus on getting it kind of done and sorted. and we'll just be in a better position financially to do it next year. Because I feel like we need to get soil, we need to get tons of equipment, we need to get plants, we need to get more grass seed, and it's just, there's a lot of stuff you need to get, and like we want to get like a nice like table and chairs to go out there and stuff, so like when it's warm I can work out there with Corey, he can be on a splash pad, all that type of stuff. And I don't think we have the funds to do that this year, and I'm not going to try and squeeze and rush in to get things done. So I think garden is going to be on pause for another year and we will start that again next year. It's definitely looking a lot better. I think if my one thing I want to be able to do is get rid of all of the slate, because all of our borders of our garden had slate on, and Corey is notorious for picking up and trying to eat the slate. So we've like condensed it all to one side of the garden. But what I found when I was like digging up roots and stuff like that was it's like the slate is like buried deep in the garden. So I don't think we're ever 100% going to be free of the slate, but we can try, and that probably might be my thing that I do, is just try and get rid of it. Because we have the garden, we have lived here for 4 years now, and we've not actually ever done anything with it. So obviously we've got the fencing now, because obviously we asked because we were getting Corey. And we've tidied up the bushes and stuff so they're not so chaotic. But the other issue as well is we have our beautiful cherry blossom tree, which is thriving. If you'd watched like earlier in the year, I was worried that like it was dead because it wasn't sprouting any leaves or cherry blossoms whatsoever. It is thriving. She is living her best life. But what we've started to notice is that there are roots starting to now stick out of the ground, like in the middle of our grass and stuff. And obviously we can't exactly dig up the whole garden to get rid of these big roots. And they're like big roots because it's a big tree. So I think we're just going to have to get more soil to like level it out and then lay more grass seed. It's just a whole thing. Ideally, you know, we would pay to just get someone to do the garden, but obviously we're renting, so we don't want to invest too much money in it, because obviously it's not our actual house. And I don't want to ask the landlord to like do a massive reno, because I don't want our rent to skyrocket because of stuff. And also we kind of need the garden for Corey, so you know, now would not be the time to have the garden completely ripped out. But yeah, I'm just waiting for him to settle down before he can have his breakfast. I'm going to go make my breakfast. I'm going to start my work day. I'll probably catch up with you later. So it is later in the day. I've just had our Amazon delivery, which contains some exciting stuff. Whenever we get a package, Corey is very intrigued because, not gonna lie, most packages we get contain stuff for Corey. So I think we have unintentionally associated packages with him getting something fun. But he's actually getting something fun in this package. So as I mentioned earlier, we were waiting for a hose and everything, so I can show you all of that. So we went for the Hose Lock Pico Reel. So this is like their mini one, essentially because obviously we don't have like an outside tap. We're not going to keep this outside. So we wanted something small that can go in our outside cupboard so it doesn't take up too much space. So we have this, yeah, it's a thing. Don't know what else to tell you. It's a hose reel with a little sprayer and attachment and stuff. And then we picked this up, which is the actual adapter for your sink. So we're hoping this is the correct thing. Fingers crossed it is, and it will all work. And then, exciting thing, we're going to see how good quality this is, because it only costs £10. But then if it breaks, I don't care, because it only costs £10. We picked up, this is a splash pad for Corey. So it's actually fairly big, actually. It's bigger than I thought it was going to be. So it's a splash pad, and then, I don't know if you can tell, you'll be able to see, it's got little holes, so like he can sit in the middle and like water sprays out around the edge of it, if that makes sense. So he has that. And yeah, it is quite warm outside. I literally just opened the front door to get the package, and it is getting quite warm outside. So I kind of really want to try and set it all up but I'm worried I'm going to make a mess. But when you have fun in your paddling thing, yeah. Maybe we'll try and figure it out. Oh, Corey's here. He's here. You can do the washing up for me. Off now. Good boy. So yeah, if I get this up, if I manage to figure out and be confident enough to get it all set up, I'll show you Corey in the garden with a splash pad. Good morning. So we have just popped to Morrisons because Elliot is abandoning me and the pup tonight. It's his day off and yet he's going to a work event this evening.
Oh yeah, just a subtle dig there on the internet.
So we picked some things up, so I'm going to need some...
Oh, that's very cold. I guess that would be drinkable now then.
Because all the dinners we have are like 2-person dinners, so we went out and got some extra dinners and stuff like that. So the dinners we have purchased is our Morrisons have a deal where you get 2 pizzas, 2 sides and a dip, and it's £12. And they now include their best pizzas, which is great because if you have been around for ages, you will know I friggin' love these pizzas. So we have the prosciutto, cotta, portobello mushroom and mascarpone pizza.
You're just making up words.
I am. And then this is a new one. Whenever they have a limited edition, we tend to get it to try it. So this is the chicken shawarma pizza. So we have those. Our sides, we just picked up 2 packs of chicky googies. And then we obviously got the garlic and herb dip to go with it. Elliot picked up some sour cream and onion Pringles. I picked up some honey Dijon mustard potato chips. I have 2 things of just natural yogurt because I'm going to be doing a lot of frozen enrichment. And Elliot wants like smoothies and things like that. So I have 2 of those. Elliot's obsessed with ranch dip at the moment, and Hellmann's have a creamy ranch dip, so we have that. We saw these, the limited edition, they were only £1, is the Jimmy's iced coffee. It's a donut one, so we each got one of those. Elliot has some hot and spicy mini fillets.
Smashing those right now.
And then I wanted to start making Corey, so I have like a freak shake thing for Corey, and Elliot thought it would be a good idea to make like actual ice lollies for him, and that's why I also got a lot of natural yogurt so we can make some frozen yogurts for him.
I got credit.
So
She never praises me for any of my ideas.
Me and Corey have a little tradition in the evenings where we will have a bit of watermelon together, and it's like his favourite little ritual now. So I picked up some watermelon shaped ones. It'll mean nothing to him because he won't actually see the watermelon, but I have those. And then because obviously I'm doing a lot of frozen like bone broth bones and things like that, I just wanted to get a tub to kind of, what's the word, batch make them. So I don't have to keep just filling the tub up and using what's in the tub. I can like make quite a few at a time. So yeah, we just have a little tub for those to go in, and that was everything, wasn't it? Very exciting. So yeah. What are you going those for? What have you been doing? Yeah.
Get the rest of the ranch out of a bottle.
Good morning. Apologies for my egg-like appearance. I look like a proper egg today. A little egghead. So it is Friday. Just need to get through today, and then it's the weekend, and everything will be fine. We'll have a nice, fun, chilled weekend. Today is meant to get up to 28 degrees. Now, originally it was supposed to be raining today, so I don't think it would have been as bad. But apparently we're not getting any rain anymore, so that kind of sucks. But yeah, so it's meant to be mucho warm today, which is fine. We have the aircon unit. Again, our house stays relatively cool. Corey's obviously not going for a walk today again because we woke up at 7 and it was already like 18 degrees, so far too hot. There's no wind or anything either. If there was like a breeze, then potentially I would have taken him for a little toot around, but there's literally like no breeze, so it's just very muggy and humid and warm. So you don't need to go out in that apart from going out to the toilet, do you, mate? Hey? He was trying to chill out night last night. Obviously I showed you like the stuff we got, so we just had pizza and chicky dippies. Elliot went out to go do his work event. We stayed in. I watched a bit more of Schitt's Creek because I'm trying to get through that. And then I also just went upstairs and played some Supermarket Simulator because it's been a while since I've been able to play that. So it was fun to play that again. I'm very stagnant with the games at the moment, so yeah, it's just one of those times where I don't really have a lot going on. Obviously Elliot's playing Dune Awakening. I don't have the means to play that. So yeah, not a lot going on, is there, pup? Not a lot at all. But I'm just going to make my breakfast before work because it's about 7:30. And I want to start work at 8 today just so I can finish at 4 and then like just enjoy the weekend. Don't know what's happening tomorrow yet. Essentially Elliot's off tomorrow, so the girlfriends, we're seeing if we can meet up potentially. It probably won't happen because it was quite short notice, but obviously I want to try when I can because it means that Elliot can stay with Corey, because otherwise I can't really go out on weekends because I can't leave Corey for that long. But if we don't meet up, then I think we have Corey's dog field at 6:30 tomorrow in the evening, so we'll have that. Elliot might do airsoft if I'm not going out, or we may just, I don't know, we may just tool around, have a chill in the house. I'm not too sure really what's happening. Yeah, not really sure what's happening, eh, pup? You're so handsome, you know that. You little working tech. Oh, you're such a handsome boy. Oh, he's coming to say hello. You're coming to say hello. Oh, so fluffy, I love you. I love you. This is how big he's getting. He's getting a big boy. So Corey's going for his... You're going for a doggy day outing and a groom, aren't you? Yeah. Next week. Right off. So I'm a little bit nervous about that because I don't know how he's going to be. But we've been told that for a German Shepherd, he's pretty good at disengaging. So when he goes to dog groomers, they like have like an outdoor space and they have dog beds and dogs can just like chill and stuff like that. And apparently he's very good at kind of just disengaging and going and doing his own thing. So hopefully that's going to be the case on his doggy outing. But I don't want him to be a pest and I don't want him to pester other dogs. I don't want him to be annoying, and I just have those like mum worries of I don't want my kid to be a dick. Hopefully he won't be. But that is my concern. So I thought I would try this. I showed it yesterday. The limited edition Jimmy's iced coffee donut. I did just shake it and I don't think I was meant to do that. But it's literally just iced coffee and semi-skimmed milk. So we'll see if I like this because I'm a notorious oat milk coffee kind of girl now. I don't know if I want this or if I just want just a normal... I'm essentially worried this isn't going to be nice, but then I don't want to have another coffee after it because that's so much coffee. Maybe I'll save this for Elliot. We'll save it for Elliot. But yeah, so I don't know why you put a cookie in the fridge. I don't know why. Daddy wasn't thinking when he did that, was he? Definitely going to make a smoothie this morning because I've been enjoying having my smoothies. And it's literally the most simplest recipe ever. I'm so glad. So we on a whim brought a Breville blender, mainly because I wanted margaritas. But it has come in handy since that point because I can now make smoothies, which have been really, really nice. I've really enjoyed making them. So let's go ahead and make one. Just clean out. It's a super simple thing. Have some raspberries, blueberries, some strawberries. I also have frozen like mixed berry kits, because obviously you need like that frozen bit to kind of thicken up a little bit. And then I also have frozen mango, which I haven't actually used yet, so maybe at some point I'll do like a strawberry and mango or something, I'm not too sure. But literally, got your thing. Actually, let's move you. Let's move you to there. Lovely, buddy. And I've got my little, put some raspberries in. This is the longest these raspberries have lasted. Raspberries tend to not last very long for us. It's got a stick in it, so let's take that out. I don't want that in my smoothie. So just do a little bit. I don't do a lot because again I have frozen stuff as well, so obviously want to ensure that the frozen stuff is good. Right, what's super squishy here? You're super squishy. So let's do you. You get in there. What else is super squishy? You're super squishy. Bink. You're super squishy. I kind of just choose my strawberries based off of which ones feel like they're gonna go soon, but to be honest, it feels like most of them are gonna go soon, which sucks. I feel like sometimes strawberries last ages, and other times I feel like they just don't last at all, and it really irks me. It really irks me because, like, right, we'll do you as well because you're going very soft. Right, there we go. Everything else feels like it will last. Hopefully. Yeah, if anyone has a way of like making strawberries last longer, because I enjoy having them, but they just seem to go so like soft and sour and rancid so quickly. I've kept them in the original punnet they come in, I've kept them in airtight containers, and it just doesn't seem to be working that great really. Now I do actually have some natural yogurt, but I also have some strawberry yogurt, so I'm going to use that because the natural yogurt I'm going to use for Corey's enrichment, because obviously you can have natural yogurt, you can't have strawberry flavoured yogurt. Don't think that's going to be the best for you, is it, mate? Strawberry flavoured yogurt. So just doing a little bit like this, again just to thicken it up a little bit. The natural yogurt is thicker anyway. Probably just do 3 little teaspoons of that, like so. I'm making a mess everywhere. I like to do a little bit of oat milk as well, just to make it a bit creamy. I do a little bit of honey too, just for a little bit of added sweetness. There we go. And then it's just the iced stuff. Yeah, it's a summer fruits kit, so it's strawberries, red currants, raspberries, blueberries, and blackberries. And just put a little amount in. Probably do that. Oh, that's a very big. Fucking hell, did they not want to cut that up? Jesus. I want to show you right now. I'm looking in my freezer. I just want to show you. Look at the size of this strawberry. And there's another one just like, I'm like, did you not think to cut that up? My fucking blender can't blend that. Jesus. It's enormous, isn't it? And that's literally it. That's all that goes into it. What has Elliot done with my blade? And literally the easiest thing in the world. Make sure it's all at the bottom. And then I just mix it. Is it probably the healthiest? Probably not. You can probably get a healthier one. But I like it, and it's just getting me to have more fruit and veg. So, and I've got pretty good at perfecting how much I need for a glass, which is made me super happy. I'm not really sure what I want for breakfast today. I'm not super sure what I want. Daddy's made a mess of everything, hasn't he? But yeah, I'll leave it there for now because I need to log on to work. I think Corey needs to go out for a dookie as well, so we'll leave it there for now. Good morning. I feel like I've been really bad about vlogging the last few days. Or it's always been in the same spot, so I'm trying to mix up a little bit. Nothing really to report. We had a takeaway last night because Elliot got home from work and we were like, it's too hot to be cooking. Wasn't it? Too hot to be cooking. So we just had a kebab and we're currently working our way through the Marvel Cinematic Universe timeline. We're not watching every film because I know there's some films I'm just not going to enjoy, but we're kind of just going through a fair amount of them. And this morning we just had a chilled out day, kind of blitzed the whole house really. So the house is all nice and tidy again. I've done a bunch of Morrisons Enrichment, which I'll actually get out and show you because it's all in the freezer currently. But I did a bunch of stuff. So I can't show you everything because some things are like on ice trays and they're not quite fully set yet. But I've got a tray of his bone broth and a tray of his Norm Freak Shake, so they're going to go like as his toppers for his dinners. And then I've also done another set of ice molds, which is, again, it says Norm Freak Shake. It is blueberries, raspberries and some strawberries chopped up. Those go in like his moon, which is kind of like a Kong type thing. So he just has that and that calms him down. Just have a Kong full of peanut butter and his tire full of peanut butter. I have 3 licky mats, which pretty much all look some variation of this. There's peanut butter, there is natural yogurt, salmon paste and chicken paste, I believe, on all of those. And then each of them either has his beef topper sprinkle, his fish one or his chicken one. And then this is like his big one. This is like where I need him to leave me alone for a good while. So again, this has peanut butter, Greek yogurt, and it has his 2 pastes, and then in the middle I just do natural yogurt and I put some fruit in there so he has some whole bits to eat. And then what else I've done is I showed you those little watermelon molds. So I actually made like a smoothie type thing. So it was some natural yogurt, it was some water, it was some strawberries, and then it was some frozen mango, and I literally just did that, blitzed up till it was quite a thick consistency, and I put it in the freezer to be part of the molds. So we'll see if he likes it, we'll see how they turn out. Technically me and Elliot could eat them as well because it's literally fruit, yogurt and water. But yeah, so that is everything that we did this morning. The whole kitchen was covered in stuff. That's what we have for this morning. So we'll put everything back so it can continue freezing. You can have something a bit later, mate. We're not quite done yet. So yes, I did all that because the next kind of week and a bit, it's not as hot as it was yesterday, but it's going to be like 24, 23 degrees for like the next week. So I just thought it would be a good idea to have some frozen stuff set up ready for him. So you got all that to look forward to. Maybe you can have something, maybe something will be frozen enough for you later after your dog walk field. So yeah, we're going to the field later. It's at 6:30 at night. So the temperature drops to about 20 and it is quite breezy today as well actually. So fingers crossed it's going to be fine. It's only a half-hour session and he hasn't been able to kind of go for a walk the last 2 days because it's been too hot. We had a little play in the garden yesterday again with his splash pad, which obviously helps keep him cool. So yeah, we're going to see how that goes. So I'm making myself some lunch now. It is about 3 o'clock, so it's 20 past 3. Jesus, it's 20 past 3. I didn't realise that. I haven't eaten all day. So it's 20 past 3, so I'm just making myself like a tuna melt sandwich, wrap should I say, sorry. And then we're going to have dinner once we come back from the dog field. We've had the aircon on a little bit today. It has been an absolute godsend to have that aircon unit. If you're thinking about getting an aircon unit, just do it. It is super great. The house is nice and cool. At night times, if we wake up and we're feeling a bit warm, we just pop it on. From tomorrow I'm gonna wake up when Elliot goes to work and just take him for a walk, because he's kind of gonna have to get used to walking in some level of heat, because obviously that's just gonna be it for the next like 2-3 months. So yeah, obviously if it's like over 20 we won't, but if it's like 17, 18, I'll take him for a little walk. Luckily a lot of the walks around us have massive grass verges on every side, and there's shaded areas, so he's not going to be in like direct sunlight on pavement. He can like walk on grass and be in the shade and stuff, so should hopefully be pretty good. So it's a few days later from I last filmed anything. Just had a very quiet weekend really. It's been a very quiet week. It's just kind of been chatting with you guys, talking about plans and things like that. Today's Monday, so I'm literally just at my desk working, getting through all of that. I've moved all the footage off the camera onto the computer, ready to be edited later. But yeah, sorry if this video hasn't been super exciting. I know we're not really going out places, or there's not really a lot of exciting things going on at the moment. That's just kind of my life currently. Just trucking along with work and just household things like that. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Like, comment and subscribe as always, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye guys.